So what were some of the things that like you did worry about most when you guys were
in school?
Yeah.
Oh, I can tell. One of the things that I don't know why I always worried. It's really stupid too, because I had this big phobia that I was never going to open my locker and I was going to be late to class. That was really stupid, but another one, yeah, and I never did because I was always super fast doing that. But in gym class, I hated playing baseball, and I dreaded that day when he's like, "Oh, we're playing baseball today," because I was always in the outfield. I hated the outfield. I hate baseball, period. So anytime that happened, it was just like, oh, I can't do baseball. And the coach was like, you gotta try. No.
Were you worried about that you were just gonna miss a ball or something?
Honestly, like when I was younger, I didn't know the rules of baseball. I didn't know what you had to do if you had like a hit or something, where you go. I don't know. Like I hated it. I wasn't bad being in the outfield because I was surprisingly quick for my size. But then people just yell at me if I'd catch the ball, then they're like, throw it here, and I'm like, where? And then just over here, and I'm just like, so I just chuck it as far as I can go, and I go like over home plate or something.
Go to first base, and when I'm supposed to be going home,
I just chuck it as far as I could, and people get pissed off. I'm like, well, I tried.
So what about you? What were you stressed out about in school?
I don't know.
Like when you were younger,
like in elementary school.
Yeah. I didn't really worry about my grades or anything.
I think I was always worried about my hair for some reason.
Your hair?
I couldn't wear a hat.
Oh, yeah.
And like I had longer hair then, and it would always get messed up, and I don't know.
Think about you'd have messy hair and people would make fun of you or something.
See, I'd rather have messy hair.
For me, well, whenever I moved up to New York, the one thing I was worried about, I think I told you about this, was
not fitting in.
The first day, no, not so much that, but just
the bad odor.
Oh, yeah, that too. Just during lunch, the first day, I didn't know who I was gonna sit with because I knew no one. And I'm like, I'm going to be sitting at a lunch table by myself. Everyone else can be with their friends. And I didn't have any yet. And everyone just can be laughing at me. And so that was what I was worried about the first time. And I would say in 7th grade, wait a minute. When did I move up here? 8th grade?
Well, you were in my Spanish class. That was the first year I knew you.
Yeah. So that year,
yeah, it was 8th.
Or one of the years. Irrelevant. I didn't have to get naked and take a shower down in Shaler, but in here, everyone has to get naked, all the boys at least, and they have to shower for our coach named Mr. Jameson. I'm like, I never got naked in front of guys
hated
before.
It.
It was the weirdest thing.
Like, I slipped and fell the first time doing it, and coach goes, what was that, an earthquake? And I was like, no, slipped and fell. And then he just started yelling. And
why was that a rule? I feel like it's
literally
illegal now.
Half the time when we took showers, like I just get my hair wet, and I still be sweaty. What is the point of it?
Oh,
but I don't know.
Why can't you wear like swimming shorts or something back then?
Yeah, because before
I'm not afraid of showing anyone like that.
But it's still just weird. And then the coach is standing there. And
oh yeah.
Well, our coach wasn't he videotaping it?
Yeah, so that's kind of weird, but
I guess so.
I didn't think that was a weird part.
Yeah, because in my other school, I was called, my middle school, I guess, before I moved here, we had a swimming pool, and we would have to shower at the end of everything, but we would just wear our swimming shorts.
See, that's fine.
Yeah. But here, he's like, nope, got to be completely naked. And so this was the first time, and I didn't know anyone, of course, still. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Naked time's even worse than with a bunch of random people.
Yeah, I know.
If you knew people that were naked, like, that means other people are like, oh.
So, the first time is the only time that really you care about it. The second time is like, this happened already. Yeah. But I'm like, oh man, and I guess some people at that age, not everyone went through puberty. I was lucky that I did because I think that people, that's one of the things they notice. So
yeah, I was just born with it, so I didn't have to go puberty.
Weren't you worried about that showering for the first time though?
Oh yeah, that was always a thought in the back of my head, but the fact that I didn't put into I don't know. I guess sometimes I could be clumsy, and I slipped and fell, and I knocked over everything there, and I just get yelled at.
In the shower, you were worried about falling in the shower?
I did. That was the first time I slipped and fell, and then coach thought it was an earthquake, and then he yelled at me.
But yeah, I still don't know because for everyone watching, not only that we had to take showers, but he sat and as we were walking out, he handed everyone an individual towel.
I forgot about the towel thing.
Was his name Sandusky?
Oh, might as well have been.
His nickname was Tickle Monster, so it could have been.
But I don't know what the deal with that was.
I didn't understand either. It's like the towel you can just leave in a basket. We can pick it up on the way.
The thought was to make sure that we were showering, and then we wouldn't smell for everyone the rest of the day.
I'm pretty sure some people are still nice and ripe after that. Shower with no soap, no nothing. people just get their hair a little wet, and then they're like, "Ooh, I'm fresh for the day," and you still smell like a gym locker.
Especially when you're young, you don't want to stand there in front of everyone naked. Yeah. So you're gonna try to get it done as fast as you can.
I just didn't have soap. If I had soap, I would have.
If I had soap and was able to wear swimming shorts, I would have stayed there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have swimming shorts on, you can't get to all the essential parts.
Get down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then people think like you're actually doing it when you should just do it naturally and not try to hide it.
Doing what?
Cleaning? Yeah, down there. People are weird about that. Yeah, that's why I still wear swimming shorts when I go to the bathroom and do everything.
Well, as far as our teacher was concerned, I still think
that weird.
There's a way that you can. I understand that people have showers so they don't stink, sanitary reasons, so you don't smell. But there's a way that you can make sure kids shower without standing there watching them the whole time, handing them towels one by one. Because he stood right by the shower, staring inside the whole time.
Yeah, and then, half the reason, too, I think people just wouldn't do it. They'd act like they did, and then just be like, "Oh, you're just sweaty." "No, I took a shower." "No, you're just really sweaty."
But anyways, it was weird. Even though it may sound like, oh, he was just monitoring you, like for everyone watching. It was weird what he was doing.
I was always awkward too.
And so, anyways, that's what I was worried about: showering and sitting at the lunch table. And
never had anything with a lunch table. I didn't care where I sat. Solitary was nice.
I mean, you've been always the popular kid with all our friends.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say to you, just to make you feel worse. Okay.
Thanks.